this is the first piece that I painted. I wasn't really even sure if I could paint. I was like really skeptical, like, okay, God, you said paint. I don't know if I can paint. But so here's the thing, I couldn't paint, right? When I say couldn't, I don't mean that I just was like void of all talent. I mean, it takes a lot to like intentionally draw and paint with detail. Anyone can just take, their creativity and splash color on a board. I can do that. But these paintings are so detailed. I did not have that ability. And so, why the worship element is so important is that God said, turn the music on and worship me while you paint. That is what activated the gift within me. The gift that I knew that I had, but I didn't know that I had this way, because I have attempted to paint and draw several times and realized that's just not my lane, But the message that I am to carry is that the worship activated the gift that was within me. And this is what God is saying in this time, that it's time for my children to begin to worship me at a new measure, that it activates the gifts that are within them to the next measure, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, that he's ready to activate some abilities that you may not even know that you had. And so this was my first painting. This is called the Heatwave. And when all I know is I saw fire. And I'm like, I know how to paint fire a little bit, but not really. So I started, but I couldn't get away from the fact that I was seeing different colors above the fire. And so I was like, okay, I don't really know what I'm seeing, nor do I know how to paint what I'm seeing. And I just went ahead and did what God said. He said, just turn the music on and paint. And that's what I did. And I realized, not right after, but once I began to put together what this collection of body of work was all about, that I was capturing the sound waves that happens when we pray and worship. Just knowing that the fire represents the altar. When we pray, that is an altar. It's just like a sacrifice. Just knowing that, I knew that these colors, this reminds me of when you're turning the radio up. You ever see the different, how it goes up, the measures go up and down. But then also, if you're ever editing a picture and you want to change the exposure, the lighting, and you want to change the clarity, and when you start playing with all of that, a lot of times it's showing you how the colors, the measurements of the color is changing. And this is what God is speaking in this painting, is that the heavenly realm is such a creative realm that our prayers activate that creative realm. And it's not just smoke in the air. There is a sound. When you begin to understand that this collection is called the sound wave, because what God was saying is that a sound wave comes from air and vibration, and everything that he has ever created comes from air and vibration coming together. And that movement is life. That movement is life. This is what God is saying. And so this is the first piece, and it's called the Heatwave. This piece is also available. And these pieces are they are available for sale because this is what I'm doing, is the work of God. And all of the funds are going to go towards the I Am a Vessel platform, finding a facility and being able to, this is just a small example, not even, let me change that word, but this is the kind of thing that I Am a Vessel has been doing independently. We are called a creative educational platform, not because of just the creativity of acting, singing, and dancing, but because creativity is who we are. And so when individuals come and be a part of our community, they are learning about God's creativity and what that means and for each of us. And so I really hope that you guys will support and check out, the full collection. So this one is called Heatwave.